This video is meant to complement the Roses in the Concrete activity featured in the planning curriculum. There are two parts to this exercise. For the warm-up activity, participants will create a map of a familiar neighborhood. For the main activity, small group participants will be asked to create a healthy neighborhood together. Before we begin the activity, let's do some prep work. Find the icons section in the facilitator's guide. Cut out all the icons and set them aside. In the materials section of your guide, you will find two maps. Look for the Neighborhood Now map. All participants should get a copy. In addition to the scissors and maps, you will need glue sticks, pens, or markers. For the warm-up activity, ask participants to create a map of a familiar neighborhood. Participants can draw, use the icons, or a little of both. If participants are struggling with creating a familiar neighborhood or are uncomfortable drawing a neighborhood of where they live, ask them to start by placing an icon of their school or workplace in the center of the map. Follow up with questions like, how are the streets organized? Where can people take public transit? Where are the schools, businesses, or parks? Once participants have created their map, ask them to label and personalize their map. Ask them to note what makes their neighborhood a healthy place to live and the areas where residents feel unsafe or unhealthy. Have participants draw arrows that indicate why they have to leave their neighborhood. Once the maps are organized and labeled, have them get into small groups and share their map. Now, to recap. First, participants will create a map of a familiar neighborhood. Second, participants will label their maps. Third, participants will share their maps in small groups. For the main activity, in small groups, participants will be asked to create a healthy neighborhood. The goal of this exercise is to use their imagination and think big. Have participants talk about what makes a neighborhood healthy, how will people get around, where should people live, what resources and services should be in the neighborhood. The maps may not look like a neighborhood you've seen before. In fact, they may seem unrealistic, and that's okay. Just make sure that participants can explain what makes their neighborhood a healthy neighborhood. When done, participants will be asked to share with the larger group. Encourage them to make connections between their ideas and existing policies or strategies that can help make their ideas a reality. Let's recap. In this activity, participants will be asked to create a healthy neighborhood, share their map, and brainstorm potential strategies to make their ideas a reality.